To Brie or not to Brie, welcome to the wine and cheese pairing experience with
Beverly McKenzie
and Jeffrey Weissler on the Pairing Channel on Conscious Wine. So here we go. We've got the king of cheeses, the most popular cheese in the entire world, B-R-I-E.
Is that Brie?
Brie.
But
That's Brie.
Jeff, you were telling me this is a particular type of Brie.
This is Le Chatelain,
Okay, so
spelled
Yeah.
Chatelain, which has a little more stronger aromatic quality and textural quality. Well, the texture, I think the texture is still rich like Brie, but there's a little more earthy, full flavor here.
and that probably comes with aging.
That's-
It probably starts off sweet, and then as it ages, it becomes more pungent, more blooming, mushroomy characteristics, like a younger camembert type of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think that's what we've got. But let's shift to the wine here for a minute,
Indeed.
because what we're going to do here for you is we're going to pair one wine and one cheese and give you a really interesting sense of why they go well together and what to match when pairing wine and cheese. So the wine we have today is from Brickhouse Vineyards, and Brickhouse is a fantastic natural wine producer in the Willamette Valley in Oregon. And this particular wine,
Well, that's their Gamay Noir, which isn't just Gamay Noir. We've learned that it's this particular varietal called Gamay Noir Ajou Blanc. So the black grape of white juice.
So in this case then, what's really interesting about this grape is it's kind of been like, I come from the typesetting realm, and when something was out of its kilter, we used to call it a wrong font. So we know the word font from working on computers with typefaces. So Gamay has been like the left out child or the wrong font of the wine world. It's had a history where a lot of people have tried to grow it in a lot of places, and it needs a particular kind of soil where to really show its full effects. And that happens in the Beaujolais region in France. It happens in about half a dozen different spots in the Willamette Valley, and it happens in British Columbia. Also happens in some of the plains in Burgundy. So the Burgundy region of France has a lot of hills.
Right.
This is in the flatter side. This particular varietal, Gamay Noir, has a home. So what I wanted to do is let's just taste this wine.
Indeed.
And let's share a few thoughts on what we think here. So it's got a nice earthy quality on the nose.
Really bright fruit here. We're not talking about heavy, rich fruit. This is more bright, not quite strawberry, but there's almost. And what boysenberry is coming to mind, but
Okay.
it's not a blue fruit.
Is it worth taking my glasses off?
Well, this is for
Should
me.
I take my
That's-
glasses
when I
off?
taste wine, my glasses hit the rim because I want to get my nose so far into the glass. I have to take my glasses off. So it's just a prerequisite for me. I forgot.
Okay. So it's interesting. So there are these real red fruit qualities here, really bright red fruit flavors. But I also get like this earthiness to it. It's got a very interesting, and I don't know if mushroomy is the right word exactly, but it's got more of an earthy element integrated into me.
That's delightful. And yeah, those red fruits just really sing through. You were
Lots
saying,
of red fruit.
Lots of red fruit and really like ripe dark plums as well.
In this case, yeah.
And then you get that there's great acidity that's kind of dancing around on the back palate, and then that earthiness you're referring to is what I got on the mid palate while you were swishing around. That finish kind of
Yeah.
lingers nicely.
Awesome. I love the acidity in this.
Yeah, delicious.
So-
which means it's going to go great with a cheese that has a good amount of cream in it, because it's after we taste the cheese, it's going to clean our palate. That's my predictor. We're going to find
we
out
go.
if this is true.
You ready?
Yeah, let's check out
Cheers.
this cheese. Cheers. Oh, I gotta smell this cheese first. Because it has more of that
Yeah.
oily, truffly mushroom aroma.
There's a strong mushroom, earthy mushroom quality here. So
I could dab some of that behind my ears. Oh, yeah.
So one of the things, as I'm chewing this, that we talk about with conscious wine is the idea of wine as an ingredient that's part of a dish. And we're also noticing how foods and flavors can alter our experience of a wine. So as we taste this, we're getting the creamy texture of this. We're getting the earthy flavors of this. Now what I'm going to do, even while that's still on the palate, is, and actually just breathing after you eat something will allow the flavors to burst forward. So the specific flavor of the mushroom earthiness actually comes out in the mouth as you linger with that cheese. Now, let's see what happens.
even just aromatically, because aroma and the sense of smell is like 70 to 80% of our sense of taste. Just by smelling the cheese and then smelling the wine, it brightens the fruit forward. Now, palate-wise, what did you just get?
Texture really got nice. The texture became like, the texture of the wine expanded almost to match more of the texture of the cheese. It became like a coat on top of the cheese. So it's spread, it's like it spread its wings. A phrase I like is, and it's not quite accurate to this wine, is brambly. It almost has a, like the fruit, like if you take some fruit, like berries, some raspberries, and you crush them, there's a textural quality where it kind of gets a richness of texture. Not necessarily dense, it just has a different feel in its texture. And something here just shifted around that for me. It got more of a, kind of like a rich, almost went slightly to a cherry raspberry kind of quality. The fruit got more highlighted here.
Definitely. In the nose and the palate. And like you said, the acidity and the tannins, or actually the acidity kind of it's present, but it doesn't punctuate the tongue quite so much, and it gives that sense of fuller richness that you're referring to.
Great. And now what happens as a result is the whole desire to do wine and cheese just got amped up 10 times. So the whole feeling that how yummy these are and how the senses get engaged and how now this dance, it's like there's a dance going on. As this dance is going on, this relationship, this marriage, this partnership, it's expressing itself. And the lines between each, the lines that this define and that the wine define, get lost a little bit. And there becomes something where the two really start to grow together. And so, wine and food, pairing basic tips, whether it's wine and cheese, whatever it is, what you're looking for is like goes with like, opposites attract, or to match the weight. So a light food will go with a light wine. A heavy food will go with a heavy wine. From a flavor point of view, if you've got a wine that's particularly tart and acidic, all you need to do is have either a food that is very tart and acidic, or have a food that is really fatty. And the two will work great together. And we'll get into all kinds of expressions on that on the pairing channel on Conscious Wine.
Cheers.